I'd like to call to order the North Oakland Transportation Authority Board meeting. Today's Thursday, February 20th, 2020. We're here at the new offices of NODA. Please pay respects to the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Who wants to do roll call?
Sure. Bill Dunn.
Here.
Mike McDonald.
Here.
Mike Flood. Present. Excused. Bruce Pearson.
Here.
Margaret Payne.
Yep.
Tanya Wong. David Bailey is not present. Eric Sell.
Yes.
And Christopher Matt. Carla DOG. Thank you.
Okay.
Then I couldn't hear you all.
Okay, thank you.
On to the approval of the agenda. I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda to put item number 8 after item number 12. Oh. Okay, we'll just slide number 8 all the way down to just past 12. Good call. I'd like to also add under new business, I guess, direction for the manager on closing out the building.
Oh, down in Lake Lyon?
No, closing out the work that's being performed here, whether it's getting sign-offs for liens, mechanic liens. We don't want somebody to do $200,000 worth of work, go down to the county and go, they didn't pay me. Now we got to. There's stuff like that we have to look out for. And what I'm trying to do is cover your back, so we don't yell at you two months from now. Why didn't you do this or do that?
Sure.
So you can all take blame.
That's my motion. For the agenda. For the-
Okay, it's moved. It's seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Everybody looked at the minutes. We're moving on to those. And if there's no correction, would there be a motion to approve the meeting minutes of January 16, 2020?
I make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll second.
Moved and seconded. Questions, deletions? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Public comment. Connie, you got anything?
No, I'm good, thanks. Nice of you to ask.
Director's report?
Good afternoon. We had 3,548 rides in January, and our mileage was 46,430 miles this month. As far as the building update, our first official day was January 27th. We're very excited to be finally in our own home, and we're operating very well. The move wore Doug and I out, but it was worth all the extra work. We moved in waves, which helped. We waited until the floors were completed, the epoxy floors in the warehouse, and dried for a week before we moved the big stuff. The weekend before the official start, we worked on the technology and the phones and getting the basics going. The following week and the weekend, we cleared out the old building and had the movers on the 30th to do the last of the heavy lifting. Overall, the mood of all our employees is great, and everyone is so appreciative. The Oxford Leader came out and took some pictures and did their little story on us, and I hope to do an open house in May before Doug leaves. As far as the lease update, we had a few more items to work on in Warehouse B, including getting the bills split, adding a light switch, some other general issues, but we're working on those. They'll be moving their operations over at the end of March. They had some shelving on the ground behind the building and it was stolen.
Sorry for the delay. Thank you.
I got it. Is it new? Different?
No, you got it, okay.
I got mine too.
Okay, good. And so they had some shelving behind the building stolen, and luckily we had our cameras and we were able to find them, so we got a police report and we're looking into it. So it's nice to see our cameras have already had some value. As far as a grant update, I wrote 4 grants that were due at the end of January. I applied for a JARC operational grant of $201,730, a New Freedom operational grant of $186,202, replacement of 10 vehicles that have met their useful life totaling $636,000, and a mobility manager grant of $65,750. I presented the grants to our senior advisory council and gave them an update. They want to come to, next month to our office for their next meeting. I also received a letter saying that the grants I applied for in the fall, we received 2 vehicles to be replaced and an additional $66,100 to add to our mobility management grant of $115,250. So the total of a little over $180 will be used for a new dispatch software system. So we're very excited about that. And as far as Doug's replacement, I will post Doug's position in early March when I get back from vacation. Then I'll start interviews with the hope to have a decision by mid-April. I would like the replacement to shadow Doug for at least a few weeks before he leaves. I have got a posting on the end of the packet, just for your review. So I'm thinking about posting for the operations manager position. Our next meeting is March 19th. Thank you.
Any questions? Is there a motion to receive and file?
So moved.
So moved. And seconded by Bruce. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Now, we'll just go back to the regular order here. Let's move on to the financial activity, on to the bills. Any questions on the bills?
Move to approve payment of the bills in the amount of $33,364.71.
Been moved
Second.
and seconded. Any questions? Roll call?
Dunn,
Yes.
Workley,
Yes.
McDonald,
Yes.
Flood, Present, Pearson,
Yes.
Payne,
Yes.
Waffle, yes, Sen,
Yes.
and Abstain.
Barnett says yes.
And Burnett, oh, sorry, yeah, sorry.
That's okay. He said flood, he's not here.
Okay, let's move on to the, would there be a motion to receive and file the financial activity informational portion of this? So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Old business, none. New business? I have this put on there because I'm not sure what we have to do to make sure that everybody, that we do things like waiver of liens on contractors, you know, where they don't say, well, we didn't pay them, and then they go down to the county, and all of a sudden, there's something in the section down there. I would volunteer to get our building official, you know, who's been around this stuff a lot, to see what we have to do. I'm trying to protect our manager. You know, she does a lot of things, but, you know, closing up construction on buildings is probably not one of them.
I think that's, I move to have you use the,
No, you know what, I don't think we need,
oh, we don't need
I
a
don't think we
motion.
need anything.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just gonna say that, you know, I'm gonna try to help the manager and, you know, doing the right thing as far as
All right.
closing.
Can I ask you, do we have any guarantees or warranties on any of the things that we should be aware of, you know, on the work that was done? Are there certain, you know, do we have 60 days or something, or do we have anything that we need in writing to make sure that, you know, when after they inspect something, that, you know, we get our money's worth and they have to come fix it or
Looking at
anything?
that, so I'm not sure.
Again, I will work with, you know, the individual,
With our contractor and see what the,
and we'll try to cover all the bases, so, you know, we get out of here with a good product. Let's move on to public comments again. You're good? Would there be a motion to receive and file the monthly rider and mileage report?
So moved.
Moved,
Second.
seconded by Eric. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Board member comments, starting with Ken.
The Village of Lake Orion is going to submit a request to NODA within the next week or two, asking for them to participate in a shuttle service with the Flower Fair this year. I asked them to submit it to the director with some specifics like days, hours, so on and so forth. And I just asked me to mention it as something that they desire to try to contract with NODA to see if it can be something that can be done, and that'll be coming forward.
We do that all the time, the shuttles for our community events.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's all I have right now.
The only comment I have is the first time here to look at the facilities. Last time I was here was in shambles, so it looks good. You know, it's a good idea to put a cap on this, make sure everything is done right and all that, so, very good. That's all I got.
Bruce?
Yeah, no, I'm pleased with everything, and I have no comment. I'm good.
I have none. I'll move on to Chris.
Love the building, it's good to be here. I would love to, with the 24 project that's gonna start soon, and be a total terrible mess. That's a technical term, by the way.
Noted.
So I just think that, I don't know, we need to do anything specific, but it spurred me to think about the trolley. And I love that idea, if we are able to get a grant or funding for it. I think there is a lot to be said about that. And in discussing the millage renewal with our residents, there was interest with the people that I talked to. So the thought would be to maybe, you know, I just love to at least explore it a little bit and see, not at the cost of any of the services that we provide to our current riders, but you know, it would be a standalone type thing. And I think there's value with all the brand new restaurants that have opened in the village that Ken is the president of. I think, and all the exciting things happening in your village up here, I think there's some momentum we could capitalize on, and there's a lot of people that want to come to our area. So I know we talked about it before, it didn't have a lot of support here, but I would just be interested in seeing if we could at least kick the tires on that, no pun intended, to see.
I do have a grant that I submitted that someone had called and asked me to do it at the state, and they said they had some extra money, and said you have like a one-time little project, so I haven't heard anything from it as far as if it was successful or not. Just kind of apply for room.
And I would just say, I certainly know that our main focus is the residents in our communities that we serve, the core, you know, seniors and disabled. That doesn't mean that's the only people we could serve, and who knows what's gonna happen with transit in Southeast Michigan going forward, so that's it.
Carla? And Mike, sir?
Thanks, Bill. My only comment is it's really good to see the vans in the building and seeing the operation. Looks like it's moving right along, very smoothly, I might add, so good job, thank you. Doug too, and everybody, drivers, dispatch.
Carla Dean?
My comment is to acknowledge and appreciate you for the grant work that you do. I see your director's report. You got 2 new grants, and I think that sometimes we just are like, oh, that's great, and move past it. I know I've worked in nonprofits for 20 years, and I haven't seen the success that you have. Like, it's amazing the percentage of grants that you get that you ask for. So thank you for your work for that. It's awesome.
I have none.
Margie? Time? Would there be a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Support.
Moved and supported. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?